The Down Valley sister of the fantastic Vail ski area is Beaver Creek, also coming into its own in recent years, hosting the 1999 World Alpine Ski Championships. This valley has also become known for championship golf. Hi everybody, I'm Dee Rambo. Welcome back to Golf Life. I'm joined today here at Beaver Creek by their head golf professional, Mr. Terry Call. Terry, welcome.
Morning, Dee. How you doing?
Doing excellent.
Good.
Congratulations on your new post, just coming up here from the Front Range.
Thank you, Dee. It's a great place to be. The valley is just terrific, and it's a great opportunity for me, and I'm just thrilled.
Tell us what you love most about this valley and this golf course.
Well, we're kind of looking at it behind us. It's a beautiful place. We have a lot to offer here, not only for the golf, but for the recreational people. The outdoor activity in the winter, the hiking, the biking in the summer, the rafting, the kayaking. And this golf course has a lot to offer. Robert Trent Jones did our facility here and really did a lot for the space limitation that he had, the narrowness of the valley, and it's just a terrific layout. The altitude's nice too for the people coming in from sea level. They can hit it a lot further.
Now, it's the only Robert Trent Jones design in this area, and we're going to take a look at it with Terry Call here today at Beaver Creek. Join us. Terry, what would you consider to be the main hazard here at the Beaver Creek Golf Course?
Well, Dee, we're standing right next to it. Beaver Creek kind of comes down in through here, comes down off the mountain, in through there, runs pretty much down into Avon. And this hole is pretty representative of it because it off the tee, you've got to cross it off the tee shot, then it runs along the left-hand side of the fairway, and then we've got to cross it again on the second shot leading up into the greens. Not only do you have the creek, but the trees over here on the right-hand side come into play because most people are trying to avoid the hazard here, and then you've got the issue of the trees on the right-hand side. You got a narrow area to hit it into down in here.
This doesn't get any easier from here. Our second shot's pretty tough. This is number 3. How does it rank in terms of handicap on the golf course?
It's the #1 handicap hole, D, for obvious reasons because of the tough layup. And now we've got a pretty good second shot that we've got to hit here. We've got the out of bounds over in the trees on the left, feeding down to the creek on the right. Plus we've got the creek running across us, so we've got to hit. You want to go ahead and try and play it up the left-hand side because once it hits, it's going to go ahead and feed. The gravity will take it down to the right-hand side, and the slope of the fairway is going to take it towards the hazard. So you want to almost take it up at that left fairway bunker for your alignment and go ahead and play it there.
I could probably hit a medium iron here and play it safe, but I'm going to hit the 3-wood and see if I can smooth it up the fairway there.
Medium iron would put you in good place, but you hit a good enough tee shot here and you're swinging good this morning, so I'd go ahead and hit the 3-wood. That's perfect. Great shot.
That'll stay up there. It is trickling down to the right, like you said.
Yeah, that's well done. And it'll generally feed that way a little bit too because we're hitting off the downhill lie here. That's a good position up there, D. The first 3 holes here, really, you get thrown into the fire because they really put you back on your heels a little bit, and it makes it, I think, a little bit difficult for the resort guests that don't play here a lot. But the rest of the golf course is pretty straightforward, and if you can get through the first 3 and get into the clubhouse the last 3 or 4, you're in pretty good shape.
We're on the 3rd hole and we haven't pulled the driver out of the bag yet.
Now, you want to be patient out here. Just long irons and fairway woods for a while. First 3 holes are going to set you on your heels a little bit, but you just got to be patient and hit it in position.
Boy, that's a good looking shot. Nice, right down the left side. It'll feed out to the center.
Should come back a little bit. There it comes.
Just like you said.
Yeah, and that's in a good position for the 3rd shot for the approach. That'll work there pretty well.
A wedge in, you're in business.
Well, and the whole key to this golf course is its position. It's not length. You don't have to hit it long. You got to be extremely careful with the driver, keep it in the bag for a while, and just be patient out here. It's fairway woods, long irons position is the key to this golf course with the hazards that we have and whatnot. Just go out there and have fun.
Let's play it in.
Okay.
Terry, getting out of the box here at Beaver Creek, one thing I've noticed driving around with you this morning is there's a lot of variety. You know, you've got some open shots, but this is very narrow, which is a consistent feature of the tee boxes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's tight course. Like we talked a little bit earlier, the first 3 holes you got to keep the driver in the bag, or at least you suggested that you should. But here you've got to go ahead and you got to open it up. It's a tight shot, but the length requires you to hit driver, and you got to go ahead and make a good swing and knock it out there far enough to get it in play to have a reasonable second shot into the green.
So your tee boxes, I mean, getting off the box in general here at Beaver Creek, your hazards come into play.
Oh, no question. It's critical, and as they should. Trent Jones did a great job of setting up the golf course in that fashion. You got to be real patient on the front 9. You don't necessarily have to hit the driver a lot. It's position. Back 9, you're working back uphill. The holes are a little bit longer. You've got to take the driver out of the bag. You've got to go ahead and make some pretty good swings at it. And also you've got to hit it in play because it's still narrow like the front side.
Now this is your finishing hole, number 18. Gorgeous looking back at the ski area here. The village of Beaver Creek right there in the background. And a long tee shot here.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and bust one and get it out there. From here, we're going to play it at about 460. It's uphill all the way.
Par 4?
Par 4. You got the lake coming into play on the left. The creek will come into play up on the second shot. So you've got to hit a good hard tee shot just to give yourself an opportunity for a reasonable second shot up into the green.
As you're going to show me right here, right?
You bet.
Boy, that's perfect, Terry, right at that trap like you said.
Yeah, it should feed down off that right side because it slopes that way. Yep, that's a good position.
Boy, that's a good one.
I'll take that.
See if I can put one out there next to you, Terry. That was well struck.
Yeah, you've been swinging it good all day. That's perfect.
There we go.
Right at that bunker, it'll feed down off the right side of the fairway. That's a perfect shot. Good play.
I feel like we've only hit driver, you know, certainly not on all the holes here. As you mentioned, it's
Right.
narrow, and you take into consideration the par 3s.
Sure.
Your average visitor here, your average recreational golfer, what should they just keep in mind? The one thought they should keep in mind off the tee boxes here at Beaver Creek?
Well, first and foremost, it's a position golf course. It's the only Robert Trent Jones golf course in the Vail Valley in the area, and so position is the whole key on this golf course first and foremost, and then you can worry about distance secondary.
We got those out there pretty well. Let's go play these second shots in here. We
Sounds
still
good.
got a little meat left on this bone, don't we?
Yeah, we got some golf left to play. So
Let's go play these secondaries in.
sounds good.
I killed that tee shot, and I barely made this, made it over the car path here.
Yeah, like we talked about back there, 460, and even at this elevation, all uphill, it's all carry. You got to hammer it from back there.
I've still got 200 dead uphill, and I'm
you
in the rough.
And you got the creek to contend with, but other than that, you're in good shape.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah, which is good. Oh, that's the best of the day right there.
That one felt solid.
That's perfect. What a great golf shot.
If that's stuck, that's going to be a good shot.
Yeah, that should be fine right there.
And you made the fairway out here.
Barely. I killed it.
It's a lot of moisture. It's been a wonderfully wet summer. The golf course is really lush right now.
We're in good shape. We came out of the winter very well, and we've had some had liquid gold, as we call it up here, with getting the rain. So it's very lush and very good shape right now.
Whack it up there.
Okay.
Beautiful shot.
Just gotta cut
Beautiful
just a little.
shot.
There it is. I think we're both putting.
The ways for the general public to get out here and play at Beaver Creek, you got to be staying in the area.
Yeah, we have private members that that have residence here in Beaver Creek. We also have a great relationship with the Hyatt at Beaver Creek, and we encourage a lot of our resort guests to stay at the Hyatt. They can get reserved tee times on that basis, as well as any other of the resorts here in Beaver Creek. We think it's a great destination. We feel it's the best destination in America, or North America for that matter, and obviously we're pretty proud of it. But as you can see, it's a great spot.
It's magic in the summertime up here. It's great in the fall. The village is awesome with restaurants and shops.
It's a great year-round place for anybody that wants to do just about anything. That's a good shot there, D.
Head up there.
Good play.
Think that'll hold on?
I think that's perfect, yeah. Be below the hole, putting up to it.
These greens are
Well
going
played.
to hold well this time of day, aren't they?
Oh yeah, you know, they hold most of the time, in any time of the day. Very mature, good undulation to them, no problems whatsoever.
Good looking shot. That ought to die right
It's
next
got
to
to
the
go a
hole.
little bit. I think that's up there all right.
Beautiful. Hey, you've got almost 20 years in this golf course, Terry. The greens here are pretty solid, pretty mature.
Yeah, the greens are very mature. They hold very well. They roll very true. And what you're going to find most of the time is as you're going into the mountain, the putt's going to be a little bit slower working up the hill. And as you're coming back downhill, as the grain's running away from the mountain down into Avon, they'll speed up a little bit. Good shot up in there, D.
Thanks. Held pretty well, you're right.
Yeah, they hold very well. They're very lush right now, and I like the way they're putting. They putt very true, very consistent.
Is there anything trademark about Robert Trent Jones greens? I mean, we talked about it being his only design in the area.
Well, they're pretty undulating, but not to the point where they're real severe. They're very playable, and you get some real reasonable putts. The unique thing here is obviously up at the mountain, it's going to work away from it a little bit, especially the grain. So on this putt here, you're not only coming uphill, but you're working against the grain. It'll be a little bit slow.
So I've got to give it a pretty good stroke here.
Yeah, you're going to have to go ahead and put a pretty good roll on it. A little more.
I hit that a little short there, but you're right. It really slows it down going into the mountain, the ski area here.
And again, just the opposite when you're coming away from it. It's going to run away from it pretty good and run away from the grain a little bit. So it'll be a little bit quicker.
So that's a rule you can pretty much count on, coming off the mountain, coming into it.
Absolutely. Just going right down into the valley. Ooh, that's got
boom,
a chance.
boom, look at that.
Hey.
Nicely done.
Thank
a little
you.
birdie there, Mr.
Appreciate
Professional.
it. Thank you.
I didn't notice until just now that you're putting southpaw and hitting righty.
Yeah, I made a change a couple years ago, and it just feels a lot more natural. The stroke feels better, and it seems to work.
It's obviously
pretty
helping.
good. Yeah, obviously on that one. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Knock it in, D.
All right. Try to make a little four here after your birdie. There we go.
Like all the rest of them, you've been making them all day. Good putt.
They do putt true. You can just knock it at the cup, pretty firm, and they'll go in.
Yeah, they'll go where you hit it. They're very true when you're putting them. And the thing to remember again, as you're working uphill into the mountain, they're going to be a little bit slower because you're going against the grain. Down, obviously, away from the mountain is going down grain, so you always got to kind of bear that in mind wherever you're at on the greens.
And they're not super fast. I mean, they're very playable.
They're lightning quick. We can obviously get them souped up a little bit if we need to, but we want to keep them playable for all the people that play here, and they'll run at about 8 or 9 or 10, anywhere in that range on the step meter for those that are aware of that.
It's been fun. They've been fun putting here today.
You bet.